one.
This coming Tuesday is Asarah B'Teves. Asarah B'Teves is one of the most underrated Tanesim of all the four Tanesim that we have on the Churban Beis Hamikdash. But there's an incredible Shita. It's a Shita that Reb Chaim brings in the Sefer they call the stencil. It's a Shita of the Bahag. It's also brought in the Avodah that if it could happen that Asarah B'Teves would fall on Shabbos, he would fast on Shabbos. And this is something that's unique because we all know Tisha B'Av last year fell on Shabbos and was pushed to Sunday. And any other tinus except for Yom Kippur, we push it off to Sunday. So how could you have the Shita? The Beis Yosef brings this lahalacha, and he says that we don't paskin this way. There's a Rashi on Daf Hey and Megillah. If you look, Ayin Shom talking about different things that are pushed off, and he says Mefurish that Asarah B'Teves, if it would fall on Shabbos, it would be pushed off. But it's important to understand what exactly the Shita is. So what's the history behind the Asarah B'Teves? What happened? What is the uniqueness of Asarah B'Teves? We all know that's the day that Nebuchadnezzar laid siege on Yerushalayim. Yerushalayim was surrounded. No one could come in, no one could come out. But what we don't know is that on Asarah B'Teves, HaKadosh Baruch Hu came to Yechezkel Hanavi, and he told him, K'soiv Zois B'Sefer, should write it in the Sefer, Be'etzem Hayom Hazeh, that Samach Melech Bavel Matzor al Yerushalayim, that it happened. Because there were Nevi'ei Sheker saying nothing's going wrong, everything is going to be fine. And Yechezkel Hanavi was trying to get a Klal Yisrael to tshuva. And therefore, he was made, he wrote it down in that moment. And finally, an escape came much later, and was made that it happened exactly when Yechezkel Hanavi had said, Be'etzem Hayom Hazeh, and it was a Kiddush Hashem. And everyone understood that Yechezkel Hanavi was the Navi Emes, and the rest of them were Nevi'ei Sheker, and it gave Klal Yisrael a chance to do tshuva. But again, that's Reb Chaim, and makes a connection, Etzem Be'etzem, with Yom Kippur and Asarah B'Teves. But I'm going to share with you a different shot. Opposite extreme. The Yaris Davash, Rav Yonis Naibshitz, gives a very, very powerful shot. And how could it be? Of course, on the fixed calendar, this can't happen. Right? It can happen. Asarah B'Teves cannot fall on Shabbos. But as a Minchas Chinuch and Mitzvah Shin Hey, this is brought in the Sefer Hagyoni Halacha, says that there will be an Afkamino, right? B'mheir v'yameinu, when the Beis Hamikdash comes, or Mekadosh the Chadashim al Pi HaMoed with the Bezin Hagadol in Yerushalayim, and we're going to have a Yontif. So that Yontif of Asarah B'Teves, we're going to celebrate. But what exactly are we going to celebrate? What's the uniqueness of the celebration anyway of these four Tanesim, that the Navi Zechariah said that the Tzom Revi'i Chamishi Shvi Asiri will be L'sas and the Simcha. So listen to this chapter. If you understand Ibshitz, says on Asarah B'Teves explaining this Shita, the Bahag and Avu Hadram, that the Beis Yosef felt it was important to make mention that we should know if such a Shita exists, is because on that day the unthinkable happened. Kan hutra haratzua melamala. In other words, it became, in essence, hutra, it became possible for the unthinkable to happen. How could anyone destroy the Beis Hamikdash? The Kohen Gadol can only go to the Kodesh Kodashim and Yom Kippur. The Kiddush is there. Obviously, on that day, says Rav Yonis and Eibshitz, the Shechina left. The Churban Hapnimi of the Beis Hamikdash, the inner Churban, the Pnimius of the Beis Hamikdash, left. We divorced Hashem from within us, and we are worthy of Churban. In the Mela, we were left like a guf b'li neshama. Right? We were left with the body without a soul, because it was just a building. It was just a bunch of stones. How could this happen? We all know in the beginning of Parshas Truma it says, "V'asili mikdash v'shachanti b'soicham." I'll make a mikdash, make from a mikdash, and I'll dwell b'soicham in you. And Rashi and Mefarshim all say it should say b'soichoi. It should say in it. What's b'soicham? What's this idea? Because the Shechina is within us, and therefore, if we're deserving of Hashem, if we're deserving of the Hasharas Shechina, then we deserve a Beis Hamikdash. If we don't have it. On Asarah B'Teves, HaKadosh Baruch Hu had to give us that patch that, you know what, you think over 800 years they've had the Cheruv straight from Yetzias Mitzrayim, and you think after Sancheiriv destroyed the Aseres HaShvatim and sent them into Golus, and miraculously, but Derech Nes, the whole entire army of Sancheriv was destroyed, and they thought that this could never happen. The Matzor happened, and people had to wake up, had to do tshuva. Mamela, Shabbos, which is our connection. It's ois, he, beini, ubeimini Yisrael, ois, he, la'olam. This is our ois, this is our connection, this is the only thing we have. The expression is that Shabbos has kept the Jew much more than the Jews have kept Shabbos. That's who we are. It's our connection to Hashem. People work and people try and people are almost, especially in the winter months, Mesiras Nefesh, that people in America and people at work have to leave work early and get the stress of having to leave work early and to fight the traffic. But that's our Mesiras Nefesh that we have. This is Pshat and Mincha. Yakiru vanecha v'yedu. My children will know. Kimi itcha from Hashem. Himenu chasam. V'amunu chasam. Yakdishu Hashemecha. Asarah B'Teves is that day that we're going to celebrate when we get the Shekhinah back. That's the yontif that's going to happen. That's the chumrah that you have a shita, the bahag, the buadram. That even if we don't paskin, like a lot of Torah was written about it. And the Mir Hashem, this should enhance our Shabbos, and we should understand what Asarah B'Teves, and we should understand a little bit of the tsar of the Churban, and we should bring the Shekhinah back, and we need a Hatzalah here in Eretz Yisrael, and we should all be together, b'mheir v'yameinu, l'sasim l'simcha, b'mheir v'yameinu. Have a great Shabbos and a very fulfilling and rewarding Asarah B'Teves.